Welcome to Bourne's Epicurean Delights. Today we will be diving into bananas. Now you may have asked yourself, why does banana flavoring taste nothing like the banana? Well, truth be told, it does taste like a banana. The original popular banana brought to the Americas. Want to know more? Of course you do. That's why you're watching me do this. So, the original banana, called the Gros Michel banana, I'm not French, I'm not very good with French, deal with it, was the original banana that was popularized around the 1870s, right? So back then, good red-blooded Americans only ate apples, really. Those apples, peaches, those kinds of fruits were the basis of all fruitarian delights, all right? But bananas were getting produced in Southeast Asia, Central America, the Caribbean, and they were cheap. But to get grocery stores to be able to sell those, you need a demand for it. So they started to take in, they say, hey, you bought 5 apples, here, have a bunch of bananas. All right? And so people are like, well, it's free, I'll take it. And they started developing a taste for it, all right? And that is what the original banana flavoring is modeled after. So fast forward, about 1919, there's this fungus, this disease starts breaking out in Panama. We started calling it Panama disease. And this would just make all your banana plants just wilt and die out of nowhere. Seemingly healthy plants, no longer bearing fruit, and started wilting and dying. But they're like, whatever, razed it to the ground and went on with their lives. But it kept on popping up on more and more plantations. This disease got so strong that if you wore the same shoes from an infected plantation that was showing no signs of being infected, and you hopped on an airplane and flew from, say, Hawaii to somewhere in Southeast Asia and still wore those same shoes, that banana plantation that you visited over there would be completely devastated and infected within months. Right? There's no stopping this because bananas are all essentially clones of one another. Very little genetic deviation at all, ever. So this starts going and blowing up just to insane proportions. And people are like, oh no, what are we gonna do with the bananas? The entire banana industry is completely falling apart. Bananas are on the verge of extinction. Like, well, what are we gonna do? Well, they went around and they found another banana. Not only, there are plenty of varieties of bananas, but not very many are hardy to the rigors of transport. They gotta taste good and they gotta last. And be able to find a banana that filled all those things was a difficult task, but they found the Cavendish banana. Now, the Cavendish banana is the banana we all know and love, all right? So they started implementing that in about, end of the 1950s, 1960s, and they start cultivating it, and it takes over. It's the dominant banana. Now, what really gets me is, at what point do we start thinking strawberries went with bananas? They go really well. We start putting bananas in smoothies and shakes. Because you gotta think, the 1950s, that's the diners era. That is the diners era, right? Like, come on. What time is it? Which banana started the entire strawberry banana craze? I don't know. It really bothers me. Anyway, I digress. So it's about the 1990s, and banana plantations have all switched over to the Cavendish because they thought the Cavendish was completely immune to this disease. Turns out there was another subset of this disease they called tropical race 4 of the Panama disease, and it was even stronger on the Cavendish banana, and that started out in Southeast Asia, and they kind of corralled it off over there, quarantined it, tried to keep it right there. And it has slowly spread over from, kind of Southeast Asia over to the Middle East and Africa and up into Australia. Australia had a single outbreak that we know of so far in March 2015, and it was completely squashed right there. But we don't know how much because we don't know how long these bananas were infected and where they went. If they infected other bananas, you just don't know. Now, people are thinking like, oh, that was all well in the past. It's really not. This year, in August 2019 in Colombia declared a state of emergency because tropical race 4 of this Panama disease popped up in Colombia. And one of Colombia and the rest of Central America, South America's greatest exports are bananas. Because most of the rest of the world loves bananas. Alright? And the fact that this is popping up now, and we can't engineer fungicides to take care of it, and bananas are all clones of each other. You can't really manipulate much in the genetics of them. And people have this thing about not liking genetically modified organisms. What's the answer? We may very well be staring in the face of another great banana extinction. But good news is there are still like small home growers that have their own personal banana plantations, not necessarily plants, that they can grow and keep these bananas alive and take them little offshoots and share them with the rest of us. I personally just spent entirely too much money just to satisfy this craving I have for the Gros Michel banana. It said it's creamier, tastier, heartier. It's everything what the Cavendish banana wishes it was. It is more bananier. It is the essence of banana. And that, my friends, is bananas. Follow me again, and we'll see more about wonderful, delicious things.